Alrighty. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are doing well. We are back with some more Silent Hill 2, and I immediately had to sneeze. Sorry. Alright. Let's jump right back into where we left off. We're at the Lakeview Hotel. We've done, I think, probably most of it already. Maybe. I'm not sure how far we are. I'm actually not sure what these photographs are supposed to do, if anything. They're just memos. They're not considered key items, but I feel like they're supposed to be special somehow. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, so we left off. We've already kind of explored a lot of the Lakeview Hotel. I think we're missing one figure for this puzzle. Let's have a look at our key items here. Yeah, we've got two of the three, Cinderella and Snow White. And we have the key to room 312 still. I guess I never did open that while we were up there. I'm not sure if I could have before or not. And the employee elevator key. So yeah, let's see. We had a bit of a harder cutoff time yesterday, which is why I had to kind of end like right when I did instead of like finishing the regular world hotel. Because what I've often done is like I'll do the first half of a set piece location, in the Silent Hill world, and then in the other world, I if it's around the time I would end, I would just save that for the next stream. Um, yeah, this time we had to kind of just leave off when I left off. So yeah. Okay, let me turn this up a little bit in my headphones because I think I turned it down too much, but you will have to let me know if the sound needs to go up for your end at all. Okay, so let's see. Take a look at our map here. That's not the map button. I think maybe we're done on the first floor entirely, except what about the room? Isn't this unlocked? It's not. What even is that? I guess that's where we originally went to get into Lost and Found. Or maybe not. How did we get in here originally? Oh yeah, oh that's right, we went around through the bar. So I wonder if this door will just open at some point or if it just stays locked, because I feel like that used to be unlocked, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Anyway, but yeah, that's the only like possible thing I think on this floor, aside from like if maybe we can go into the employee section if that's a thing at some point. We'll see. And then on the upstairs, oh yeah, there's a basement too, which we also couldn't go into. Let me just check that really quick just to see if anything's changed there. Because this is where like the other bar thingy is. If I had to guess, maybe that the Venus Tears, maybe that'll open when we finish the music box. But yeah, I assume we'll be able to do stuff down here because it looks like there's a whole map area for this level, but we can't really do anything down here yet. So it's really kind of nowhere to go. Yeah, we can walk in here, but that's it. I think originally we came down here for like a key or something. Let's head up to the second floor and ultimately probably the third floor. See what else we can do with what we have currently. We've definitely solved a handful of puzzles on this floor already. We did the mirror and the mirror, the vanity mirror, bookshelf stuff. I still wonder if the mirror puzzle, like not the vanity mirror, but the one in 202, if we could have put the rotten apple there. I'm curious if you get a different outcome and if it affects the ending. Because like I said, I think certain puzzle choices might affect the ending of the game when there's actually a choice for the puzzle. Some puzzles, like you just have to solve them, but they might have like an end piece to it where it's like, now choose which one to do this thing with, you know, like the coin puzzle in the Woodside Apartments. You have to choose which coin to put in the top. One represents like it's the man, or the figure of the man, the figure of the woman, or the figure of the snake. I put in the snake because it's like, who do you blame for this situation? Snake just being, I think, representing evil, but otherwise potentially like the illness. It's supposed to be like an allegory for James and his wife. But I don't know if James is feeling more guilty, or you represent him feeling guilt, that maybe that somehow leads to a better ending. In which case, like, choosing the man might have been the better option. Choosing the woman probably wouldn't be, because then it would suggest that James blames his wife for being sick. Or for everything that happened to her anyway. So we can do the employee elevator, because we have the key for that, but also on the third floor. Okay, so the room that we're supposed to be getting to, 312, is the one where it says she's waiting for us, so that's why we haven't used that key yet. We don't have the third floor padlock key yet, so I think the only option right now is the employee elevator, because the conference room is already done. That particular locked door is not going to become unlocked again, because we already went in there. Because once the fireplace thing got solved, we had a fight in there. So I think right now our only option really is the employee elevator. Interesting. So we can save it up here, just so we have a closer by save for the hell of it. So let me dismiss my stream notification here. There we go. Alright. Have a look around before you interact with stuff. Is this a puzzle? I can it's like I can store my stuff. I wonder why. John, well, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I guess we can just, I mean, we just save it, so we can just put everything away if we want. I wonder why we would want to do that, though. Sneaking isn't exactly like a thing really in this game, so aside from that, like, I guess enemies tend to be drawn to light, so I'm Johnny, one hot guy. I feel like we've seen that somewhere. Employee section map, okay. 7 golden rules for employees. Employees should report for duty on time, should not be absent without valid reason, report for duty in well-pressed uniforms, not take off their uniforms while on duty, should maintain a polite and helpful attitude towards the hotel guests, should help maintain a positive public image of the hotel, should immediately hand in any lost items. I'm not shining a light on them, so maybe they won't notice us immediately, but I'm curious what happens if you try to come down here with equipment. Oh, I can't go back up. What does this say anyway? Weight limit 1 person. Maybe that's why you have to put shit away. Oh, okay, he did the leap at me. Couldn't tell because I couldn't see. We picked up a heal, but we're in a little bit rough shape here. It's bread. Yeah, we gotta speed run our pickups of things, I think. Until we, can I lure you into this room and then ditch you? Why are you there, aggroed? I don't know if that was an item I could pick up. Right, thankfully I had, like, iframes or something there. I guess, what? How did you get there so fast? Well, that was damage I don't feel like I should have taken, but whatever. The problem is this guy's, like, camping. How are you gonna actually come through now? Okay. He's still gonna camp? Alright, he looks like he's going the other way. Thankfully we had a nice save right before this. You are gonna come back towards me, I'm guessing. Okay. Another nod to the OG. Right, gemstone. I'll take it. Anything else? It seems like this is basically just kind of meant to be like a tough section where you just kind of stealth and or run around as much as possible. Alright, that's just going to go back out, I think. So quickly find out and then crawl back in if we need to. Probably could have just done that if I had paid attention, but oh well. Laundry room, manager's office, TV room, there's some stairs, there's a locker room, okay. Dead end, nothing there. Good, we got another heal. Some ammo for later. Get our gun back. So that I guess we need the gemstones for. We probably don't have them all yet if I had to guess. Wonder if we'll be able to come back down here with our weapons if we feel like killing these enemies. We probably won't bother, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's see. feel like we're probably missing something here if I had to guess. There's probably a third gemstone. Yeah, we need a third one to put on there. I have a feeling it's going to be red. I guess we'll find out. All right, another door we can unlock. And where are we? We're at the manager's office, TV room. We didn't make it into the laundry room. We gotta try that. And then the locker room is the only other thing. Anything in here, or is it just kind of a little hiding place? Oh, there's nothing works, it just won't wash off. Order new sheets. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. I think it's just a place to hide, maybe. Just a little note to interact with. Okay. So we just gotta check the locker room then, I think. Locker room, which is closed off. Alright, should be okay in here. Oh, I missed the... Oh, I didn't actually even go in here. I'm an idiot. Alright. Red gemstone. I unlocked the door, I just didn't actually... Or the hole in the wall, I just didn't actually walk in. Any goodies? No? Nope. Okay, I think we have what we need to complete the puzzle. Oh, I just happened to guess the correct one. 7414. Or is it going to be like 4141 somehow? Might be 1414, and that just looks weird. It looks like a 7, but we'll try 7414 first. Alright, so back to the break room. I swear that heater is a reference to something, like I'm sure it is. Okay, that is correct. Videotape and basement key, got it. Alright, I think we can go back up the elevator now, at least I hope. Because I think we had to remove all of our stuff just to get down the elevator. So hopefully it lets us go back up now, considering we have stuff. Actually, no, it's not going to let us. We used the key, now that I think about it. So, hey, Anna, how's it going? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You're just in, like, a little mild stealth and running section because we had to put away... We're still in it, I guess. We had to put away all of our equipment and key items and everything. So I don't have, like, much of anything to defend myself with. Because the elevator had a weight limit. back through the Venus Tears bar or something. Oh, I didn't think you were gonna go that way. Nothing in here. I think I still have one heal at least. Done with chores, but still have to dye your hair. Do that a bit later though because I'm tired now, otherwise doing alright. I gotcha. I think we're gonna need a valve so we can turn that off and get in there. Okay, that's the second person with the same name that has followed me now, so aside from it just being a slightly different number at the end. So I don't know if we're getting some bot follows or what, but whatever. Valve? There is an elevator here. I don't know, maybe this one doesn't have a weight limit, but we still need to get into the boiler room, I think. Anything in these? No. Syringe. Appears to be a key there. Take. I don't know if something's gonna pop out at me the moment I do, so I'm just looking around first. Doesn't look like there's anything else here though. Venus bar key, okay. Something happened out there, I think. Same issue. I kind of want to like see the elevator really quick though, just to see if that's something you can mess with here. Assuming you can't, it's probably got the same employee elevator weight limit thing, if it's supposed to be the same elevator, maybe. Of course you came this way. What? Okay, we're just playing... He's just gonna... I need you to, like, come this way so I can actually go look at the fucking thing. He's just not gonna do it, though. I'm pretty sure we can't use that elevator. It's fine. I could dash from the maintenance room just so we can check. I just like doing my due diligence and just want to make sure there's not like an item in there that I want to try to grab or something. Okay. Good thing Clip Clop over there can't open doors. Yeah, so for now. And we've seen one of these, oh, that's right. These things are called mandarins, by the way. I think Clip Clop's probably better, honestly, but... It's gonna be coming this way. Yep. I think the elevator's blocked off. I can't really easily tell. Why is this? Oh yeah, now it says that it is. Okay. This thing's just fucking harassing me now. Alright, let's get out of here. Just wanted to be sure there wasn't like an item there or something we could grab. We can take this, okay. Waiting to see if we could take it again, but looks like that just blocks off the way back, so I don't think we'll be coming back down to fight anything here, which is fine. We don't really need to. Better leave. 25. All right. I think we just have to make our way back up to where our stuff is stashed in order to get our equipment again. Maybe we can break that or something. Little mermaid figurine. Okay. And we have all the figurines now, too. This seems like it could be nothing, or it could be for a puzzle. But I'm not too sure, because I can't really do anything with it right at the moment. That floor looks dangerous. Yeah, with the electricals there, for sure. Alright, let's get back over here. Why is this a cutscene? I figured it wasn't a cutscene when we stashed our stuff, so... Interesting. Maybe they just didn't feel like changing it so you could just kind of collect your stuff the way you put it in or something? I don't know. That was kind of a weird choice. Because they could have just had it be a cutscene both times, but like when you interact with that cabinet the first time, you have to like individually put stuff into different containers. So like there's like a gym bag that you put all of your weapons in your flashlight. There's like a box for your key items. There's like a little file thing for all the memos and maps. There's like a medicine box for all your medicines, that sort of thing. So yeah, you had to just like individually fill up each one, and then I think you can get on the elevator. I had just assumed we had to do it. I didn't even really try to see if we could use the elevator without it, but I would wonder that if I tried using the elevator with it, if, again, we'd get potentially like a game over screen for the elevator just crashing, but I doubt it since the game doesn't really do stuff like that, or hasn't anyway. It would probably just be like, you know, weight limit exceeded. Okay. This appears to be you. Not sure what the thing in the corner is, but I can't interact with it. Alright, let's figure this out. That seems right. There's not any other, like, ways we can do that anyway. think that's correct. Just making sure there's nothing else that really lines up. It seems to be correct. I thought I did it wrong for a second there. In slumber deep, in a poisoned sleep, on a bed of stone, dreamless all alone. And so she wept in silence with no prince to marry, her life to be forfeit, heartbroken and solitary. When the clock would strike into the dead of night, hastily she would delve alone all by herself. I don't know what these keys do. Like, okay, I don't remember, but if the one on the left should be Sleeping Beauty, then Slumber Deep is Sleeping Beauty. No Prince to Marry should be Cinderella, and then the Delve one should be the Little Mermaid. But I don't know what the key positions mean. I guess it's the speed at which they move? Okay, hold on. She has the longest... No, you have the longest trip. That's confusing. So did I have them wrong? Apparently. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, because I don't know how... I mean, the clock striking, I guess, actually does make sense for Cinderella now that I think about it. Because either of these sentences could kind of fit for either of the two of them. Still not fast enough. Oh, okay. It signals where they stop, not how fast they get there or how long they stay there. That's confusing. Hers was, I think, 1. I think this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does it keep stopping in the same place? This puzzle is making no sense. Wait, am I doing the wrong? I'm doing the wrong one again. That's S-Y. No, this is Cinderella. I didn't do it wrong. So we know we have Sleeping Beauty, correct? This just feels like I'm just having to brute force this, but like... So confused by this. It can't just be one each, right? Like, it's too fast. What? Well, I don't understand what the point of that puzzle was. Like, if I only needed to turn them one each, like, that's not even a puzzle. Yeah, I just overthought it the entire time because I thought that I had to sync up their timings. It might just be completely randomized and it just happened to be there on each one. And it's just weird, a weird coincidence. But that felt like it made no sense. Because I kept... At first I just thought it was like, you know, the speed at which they move, so I needed to get Cinderella to move faster because she has a much longer track. Then it looked like it was where they stop on the track, so I was just like, okay, well, maybe I gotta figure out what turn of the key causes them to stop there. Because there's nothing that really indicates anything, and ultimately it just turned out to be one turn of the key for all three of them, which, again, made, like, no sense. Because it meant that they had zero difference. I don't understand what the puzzle was trying to say. Anyways, had an unpleasant incident yesterday. Mousetraps are specially built to instantly kill mice without suffering. 2 holes and 2 spring metal nooses. Held down with the string. The mice bite the string. The noose slams upward, and they basically instantly die. It's rooted at the end of the holes, and they have to bite the string to get to. Yeah. I guess I should probably save it. Also, what did that give me something? Oh, the 3rd floor key. Right. So that's for the padlock. Yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with the music box. Like, that was not hard to figure out the tracks at all because you can just line them up. It's easy. And obviously you have to get the figurines right, but you can just tell by their outlines which one's which. So this part of the puzzle seemed like it should have been... There should have been more to it. Like, this whole puzzle just feels like it's entirely meant to be brute forced and not really anything else to figure out. It's just a matter of, like, just using your eyes. But then the key thing didn't, like... The plaques are there to kind of help you figure out which one's which, but you could easily just turn a singular key, and press the button to figure out which one it is anyway. So, I don't know. That one maybe could have been cooked a little bit longer to be a little bit more interesting. But also, the turns of the keys didn't really mean anything. They just were arbitrary. So, yeah, as a result, I would say that was probably my least favorite puzzle, but it is what it is. All the other puzzles have been pretty good so far, at least for the most part, anyway. Noticing a surprising lack of bodies everywhere, and I know that there were dead enemies here before. Which is mildly disconcerting. get you, Sass. That definitely, or I don't know why I called you Sass. Anna, that definitely sucks. I've had to do similar before, like way in the past when I was a teenager. I we had a mouse problem and we could only really resolve it with mouse traps, and we were very kind of poor at the time. I was just living with my mom. And so we didn't really try to get any sort of like expensive traps. They were just regular mouse traps, and they did the job. But like I had to just initially dispose of, the dead mice, obviously. But then one of them, I heard the trap go off, and it probably would have, passed eventually and stuff, just being stuck in the trap and everything. But it didn't die instantly, and so I had to kind of put it out of its misery, which was definitely not fun. A little bit on the traumatizing side at that particular age, I think, but never been fond of, any sort of harm coming to animals, by my hand or others. Like obviously I I realize the potential hypocrisy there as someone who eats meat and everything. Like I'm not really so much enough to feel like I to want to go vegan or vegetarian, but it's mostly cruelty that bothers me. But yeah, the problem with mice is that when you need to get rid of them because they're causing damage to your house, but you don't really have a lot of other options as far as like a humane way to get rid of them, because they'll just come back if you just try to remove them, unless you really go out of your way to like rehome them somewhere else, which, you know, if you're just kind of putting them somewhere in the wild, they might not make it back to your house, but at the same time, chances are they might not survive anyway because you're just putting them into some other ecosystem with natural predators. So, uh, at least at that point, it's at least you're just letting nature take its course, which feels a little bit better, but it just is what it is. Only so much you can do. So this is supposed to be the tape that James and his wife made. I had meant that to mean that it was kind of a risque tape, but maybe not. Of course, this could also just be any other sort of tape with anything else on it.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here.
Yeah, I get you on it. It sucks.
It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James?
Hey, Dodo, how's it going? Good to see you, dude. I hope you're having a good day. Wonder if James is starting to remember now what he did, or because I am familiar with the reason why he's in Silent Hill, or specifically why he feels guilty.
Hey, there you are. Do you know where Mary is? Come on. talk to me.
Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar. That's a lie.
No. It's the truth.
She died because she was sick.
I killed her.
Killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back. Give her back to me. I knew it. You didn't care about her. I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. Mary, you know, isn't here.
Hey, Shadok, how's it going? Took on a little too much social stuff, so I'm a bit overstimulated. Well, I hope that you can just get some time to relax and have any ill consequences from it. Why would you say that to an 8-year-old child? Yeah, it's maybe not the smartest move, but I guess he's kind of just remembering to admit this to himself,
Mary?
even so.
James! Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please, come to me. Please, why won't you come?
But where?
Guess they can blame
Where
how
are
creepy
you?
the animations are on the fact that it's Silent Hill. I mean, it didn't really bother me that much, but yeah, I guess, you know, her animations are a little weird.
James! James!
Alright, we're clearly in the other world now. Lakeview, Otherworld style. B-side. At least we have our equipment back. That little running and hiding section with no equipment was definitely... I mean, it was fine. It wasn't like overly bad or anything. Just definitely felt slightly more tense to not have any sort of equipment at all. Just because I know how hard stuff can hit. Especially those like mandarins. Those dudes hit really fucking hard. Thankfully, they do give you a few heals in that section. I wasn't really too worried about dying in this section, just kind of wanted to get my stuff back. Alright, looks like we're only really able to go this way. Need more pistol bullets. We don't have a lot of those. Well, we have plenty, but I just liked having a really big surplus before. Kind of also just waiting for the other shoe to drop here because this place is surprisingly kind of empty of enemies and stuff. Just don't be a point of no return situation, please. Still trying to look around at stuff. Shoddy shells. Well, one shotgun shell anyway. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Normally you have to be like looking at an item to be able to pick it up. Just sort of yoinked it. How long are we going to be in the enemy-less territory of looping, droning, OST? Mind you, it actually doesn't bother me the way it sounds. I'm just... I don't know if we have to, like, if that's going to break if we run it on enough and we actually want that to happen, or... Trying not to run on it too much. There was a question mark there, so again, I don't know if that's just kind of a hazard to avoid or if we actually want to go down there that way. Assuming we have to just push the cart onto it. Let's see what's in here first. We'll loop and dreary all day long. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. Alright. I'm guessing once we get down into the next floor is when we'll probably start running into enemies. Okay. You got it, James? There you go. Shifting, like, the moving carts and stuff is a little awkward because he kind of acts like he can only move in cardinal directions when you're trying to move a cart. So, like, if you're trying to, like, move with the analog stick and you kind of push, like, towards a diagonal, he'll, like, just stop moving. Just jump down. Surely that bed of wrenches will protect you. It should cushion the landing a little bit. My ankle. Yo, Miss Grant, how's it going? How you doing today? Hey, puppy dog. Yes, you're a good boy. Did you need belly rubs? Okay. Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean, remove the evil of your deeds from my sight. Is that a puzzle clue? Do we need to take a shower? We a little bit stinky? I imagine James would be. He's been fighting all kinds of nasty monsters for several hours getting covered in who knows what, sticking his hands into all kinds of filth, wading into nasty, murky water and shit. Probably kind of smelly. A little bit Doherty. Look at his coat alone. You got some nasty, stinky stains there for sure. That nasty, stinky blood stains. And to be able to do anything with the zodiac symbols here. The bookshelf. This is the room where we had the bookshelf puzzle to begin with the painting that was like had an inverted solution, but doesn't seem like we can just do anything with it at this point. Didn't really check that door. Yeah, that should be everything so far. We can't really get into much of any of the other rooms. Okay. Nice glasses. This is where the mannequins were in the other world. Big old mannequin room. In the main world, I should say. So we're in the quote-unquote other world right now. Elevator. Wonder if Crow Country or Tormented Souls are good. Crow Country is supposedly a cool throwback style, maybe tank control survival horror that takes place in a haunted theme park or something. Yeah, I've actually played both. Both are really good games. I recommend them both. If you like Silent Hill, like classic Silent Hill, classic Resident Evil, Crow Country I would say is a little bit more Resident Evil-ish, but it has some, you know, Silent Hill-esque stuff. Tormented Souls is much more Silent Hill. I almost said Silent Evil. Tormented Souls is a lot more like Silent Hill in terms of it being like very puzzly. The combat's kind of janky, but both are really good games. And also, they're supposed to be coming out with Tormented Souls 2 soon, so I'm looking forward to playing it. But yeah, they're both just kind of like really good, like Resident Evil and Silent Hill inspired sorts of games, and I think that they're both very, very good for different reasons, and definitely worth playing if you're into those kinds of properties. I feel like the elevator is probably our destination, so I maybe don't want to go to it immediately, but else over there we can do? To B for basement it is. He didn't even roll up his sleeve when he was putting his hand in the toilet. Yeah, no, he never has. Anytime he's put his hand in a disgusting wall or in a toilet or anything, he just sleeve stays where it is. Silent Evil, that's a game I would play. Yeah, that obviously feels like a game title that someone would use if they were just making a Resident Evil, Silent Hill sort of clone type game. But it's so on the nose that I'm just wondering if anyone has actually done it, or if it's like only ever been maybe used as a joke in a game, maybe. Silent Evil, Resident Hill. Good news, I think Silent Hill is based on a town that takes place more up north like Maine, so less BO likely from sweating. Well, maybe. Then again, we don't know how hot the other world is, and it seems like in some of those areas it probably is pretty warm. I remember seeing the thing with all the lures over here in the real world. It's gone now. I don't know if that lure thing was just a nod to something or just a random detail, if it was supposed to mean something, but I hope it's not a puzzle solution for the other world, because I definitely don't remember what it looked like. I doubt it, though. Don't get the impression there's running water, really, in either. Yeah, be thirsty and smelly. Yep. I think Resident Hill would be a totally different kind of game, like a Sims clone or something. Yeah, quite possibly. So just been a trick of the light. I could swear I saw a prompt there. But yeah, I don't know when Tormented Souls 2 is going to be coming out, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing it because I really liked the first one. It's definitely, like, they're both indie games, and you can definitely tell with the sort of, you know, like, quality of models and animations and things like that. Now, obviously, with Crow Country, they were definitely trying to go for a sort of classic look of, like, an older polygonal sort of game. Tormented Souls, I think a little less so. They were going for just, like, more modern 3D models, but probably did not have the expertise or, you know, manpower or budget to really make, like, super hyper realistic looking stuff, which is totally fine. You know, I'm not even sure how many people worked on that game, but, you know, the visuals, and I don't even think that they looked bad or anything. I just mean that you can tell that they look like made in such a way that they're not made by a professional studio full of several people, you know, artists and animators, if that makes sense. But none of that really matters to me, because if the game is just good on top of all that, like, the visuals matter less to me. I appreciate good visuals as much as the next person, but you can have some pretty fuzzy or too overly clean looking 3D models and stuff with you know, not particularly great textures or asset you know, resolution type stuff, and as long as the gameplay is good, the story is good, etc., whatever, I'm still gonna have a great time with it. look like your
Mama.
mama?
I was looking for you. You're the only one left. Maybe then I can finally rest. Mama. What's wrong? Wait. You're not my mama. It's you.
Sorry, Angela. I think you were right. What we're looking for, it's not here. Not anymore.
Thank you for helping me earlier. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserve what happened.
No, Angela, that is not true.
Don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me? Will you love me? Care for me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James. Give me back the knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself. Have it your way. It doesn't change anything.
It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
And poor Angela. Yeah. Okay, now I guess we finally have enemies to deal with. $312 to be cleared out. No one's returning. But I did come back. they just don't want to fight? I think if they're not trying to kill us, then we can leave them to their own devices. I don't know if there was anything else back there where that nurse was, but just leave them be. Jimothy can be merciful too. They're all just sad about Angela.
James!
Leave her alone. Leave us both the hell alone.
How many times are we gonna watch her die?
I know what you are. I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
Alright, let's get to fighting then, I guess. Ooh. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Come on now. A little spammy there. Again, not sure if it's like a timed thing with them or if we had to do a certain amount of damage. All right. I thought it was an apple. I was like, ooh, apple, don't mind if I do. Scarlet egg, rust-colored egg. I feel like we're going to have a choice again. And I don't know what necessarily represents what here. Maybe not. I don't know. It may have mattered which one we used first or which door we walked through ultimately. I have no fucking clue.
What do you want, James? Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already. Look at me. I'm disgusting. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone.
Pyramid heads are great spirits, yeah.
It'd be easier if they just killed me. But I guess the hospital's making a nice profit off of me. Why are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James. Wait. Please. Don't go. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please. Tell me it'll be okay. Tell me I'm not gonna die. Help me.
I feel as though we are probably closing in on the end of the game here, but maybe not. I guess we'll see. May not be a super long one today. Although we could maybe do a little bit of New Game Plus or take a look at some stuff, you know, once we do wrap up the actual game. If it wraps up... Well, we would just do it regardless, but especially if it wraps up early. Polaroid. Shape forces the mind. 6. Anyway, I definitely am missing a bunch of those. It just is what it is. Well, maybe not a bunch, but at least some of them. I wish they would number them in the menu so that you don't need to, like, individually investigate each one to see which number is which. I could probably look them up, but Just don't know which ones I'm missing. I'm fairly certain I missed like 1 or 2 in the first area of the game. But it's hard to say for sure. I don't know where else I might have missed them. I've been trying to be very thorough, so I could even just be missing 1 or 2. And I don't know if there's like an achievement for getting them all, or, you know, what it affects if you get them. But I guess we'll see. Hey again, how's it going? How you doing today, bud? Good to see you.
Mary? I have missed you so much.
I've missed you too. We can finally be together. Forever.
No.
James. Honey. What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I know you tried,
James, please.
but she's gone. I know that now,
Stop it.
and I can't just keep pretending.
Shut up! What do you want? Do you even know anymore? I'm yours. I'm here for you. So what if I'm not her? I can give you what she never could. I can be better than her. What else do you want me to be? What else can I be?
I am so sorry, Maria. I really am. But this has to stop. It's time to let it go.
No.
What?
I won't let you do this to me. I won't let you go. I can't!
Okay. I don't know if I'm... if shooting her little projectiles is doing stuff to her. Let go of my last croissant. Oops. Not one time too many. Kind of had a feeling she might go for a follow-up there, but just thought it wouldn't reach me. Why the guy didn't want to shoot there. Let's reload just in case. Hold on, I'll hold your little spike.
James.
Do I have to just shoot you? Kind of don't want to.
James.
Can I don't think leaving is an option,
James.
but I don't see any other way to interact with her that would be like more merciful. It feels like I just have to shoot her.
James.
I don't know if shooting would have, or versus melee would have been better. I was trying to see if I could just smack a different partner there, but oh well.
Hey, handsome.
Sorry.
Don't be. I told you.
What ending did you get,
Pain
Ken?
end.
Because I think there's like 8 different endings. In the original, I heard that there was 6 endings. That includes the 2 like goofy New Game Plus endings, which I think are still in this. But it sounded like they said that they added like 2 new ones. The one where I drown with Maria in a car. Oh, interesting.
I hated you.
Oh, so
I
Hideo,
wanted
thanks for the
you out
follow.
of the way.
Allegedly,
I wanted
yeah.
my life back.
If that's true, then why do you look so sad?
I guess I wonder if it tells you which ending you got, because they have names.
It's okay,
Maybe I'll get an achievement.
James. Here.
So Hideo, welcome in.
What is this?
It's what you've been looking for.
I know some of the names. There's like Leave. There's, I think one of them might even just be called Maria. And then there's In Water, which I'm guessing is the one that you got. In the Water, yeah. That's from the original. I don't know what the 4th one is called, or what the goofy new game plus ones are called, aside from just like UFO and Dog or something like that, maybe.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday.
I guess this
But you
was a
never
good
did.
ending. Maybe a good-ish ending.
Well, I'm alone there.
I
now,
think it's hard to
in our
say with
special
Silent Hill.
place.
Like, some games or
Waiting
some
for you
endings
to come
are
and
like
see me.
kind of more inherently good
You
or
never
bad,
did.
but sometimes they're kind of just always in the middle with it, so
Hmm.
you could kind of take it one way
I
or the
wait.
other.
Wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know, I've done a terrible thing to you. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here.
The horrible mistake
Every
of skipping
day
the
I
credits, by the
stare
way.
up
All right,
at
I
the
won't skip the
cracks
credits.
in the
Thanks for letting me
ceiling,
know.
and all I can think about is how unfair it is. The doctor came today. Told me I could
Much
go
appreciated.
home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this could be my last chance. Even so, I'm glad to be coming
Yeah, I definitely
home.
missed some stuff, like early in
I
the
missed
game
you so
especially, but
much.
I don't know if you ran into this too, Gin, but there were
I'm
times when
afraid,
I'd like
James.
not
I'm
know when
afraid
I was
you
about
don't
to run
really
into like a
want
point
me
of no
to come
return.
home.
Like you just walk into a door and then suddenly you're in a cutscene,
Every
and
time you come to see me,
then
I
you
can
can't go
tell
back.
how
So
hard it is on you.
because of that, I couldn't always explore
I don't know
everything.
if you hate me or pity me. Maybe I just
Been there, yeah.
disgust you. I'm so sorry. When I
Yeah, like
first
it's
learned I
impossible to
was gonna
know.
die,
I think on your
couldn't
first
accept
playthrough
it.
anyway.
I
If
was
you try to
so
avoid certain key items,
angry.
maybe you can
I
kind of
struck
help.
out at
But
everyone.
there's just
I
no way to
loved,
know.
especially you. And that's why I understand if you hate me. But I want you to know, I will always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. Which means that as you're reading this, I'm already dead. But that's okay. I'm not afraid of
Your
it
tone in this
anymore.
ending, reading this letter, is much better
I
than the
just
one I
hope
had.
the pain will end soon,
I wonder
so that you remember me for
what
who I
what
was.
like puzzle choices did you
Not
end
what
up
the
with?
disease
Because I
made me.
think the way you choose to end certain
I
puzzles
want
affect
you
the ending.
to go on.
At least I think that's
I
probably the
want you
case,
to
because
live
the ending seems to be based on like
for
how
yourself
James
and for others.
treats certain people, how you do
Like you
certain
did
things
for
with
me.
him. You know, there's a point where you can check
James.
up on Maria. I think that might also maybe affect it.
You made me happy.
Many factors, yeah. I definitely like attacked a lot of enemies, and I was wondering if that would affect it, but I'm not sure that it did. I don't know if like a certain amount of overkill would affect them, like if you just every time you have an opportunity just stomp the crap out of them. But I did a lot of that early in the game, so I don't know. But you know, there were points there where like I didn't have to. There were enemies towards the end there that weren't hostile, so I just didn't bother attacking them. I imagine that might do something. What else? In the prison section, there were some enemies that would be behind bars that would have been really easy to shoot. And I decided not to shoot them before opening their cells, just in case that like would be considered like a wrathful sort of thing to do. Making peace. Okay. So many, there's no way I would have figured it out. Yeah. And I don't know what counts as like towards like a negative, if you want to even call it that. Like I do think that like some endings are probably considered to be more negative than positive. Like it sounds kind of like the in water one is probably more of a negative. Try this down so ever so slightly. I want to be able to listen to it, but I want to be able to chat. Yeah, what is like that's the thing is like there's the eggs and then there's the apples, right? And I don't know what sort of effect they have, right? Because there's the mirror puzzle where you can place either a rotten apple or a perfectly nice apple. Did you fight? Yeah, I fought 2 pyramid heads before the end there. And for the apple, I put the fresh apple, but it's because like the way that it's worded could mean, you know, the way to solve this is either the fresh apple or maybe the rotten apple. And it turns out it's just a way to choose. You don't, it's not like one is the right answer. But the same thing with like the eggs, both pyramid heads had an egg. I picked them both up and then I just put them in both doors. I don't know if it matters which one you place first, if it matters which door you go through. I have no clue because the game really doesn't tell you. The ones that seem more obvious to me, aside from obviously the apples that I just mentioned, although I don't know what outcome you get for which one you choose, was like the coin puzzle in the Woodside Apartments, because that specifically spells out who you're blaming, right? Since it's supposed to be kind of an allegory for James and his wife and her illness. So you're either blaming James, or James is blaming himself if you choose the man, or he's blaming his wife, or if you put the snake in as the coin, I think you're blaming just the illness itself, or, you know, some inherent or abstract concept of evil, maybe. Also, hey Liz, how's it going? I missed the ending. I got the making peace ending, so I guess that's a good ending. But I didn't get all the Polaroids. I'm quite certain I missed at least a couple of them. I also didn't find all the documents. I don't know if that has any effect on anything other than achievements, but that's just something to note. I was definitely fairly aggressive with enemies early in the game. Like, there were a couple of sections where I just went out of my way to definitely fight and kill a few of them. Towards later points in the game, I started trying to, like, I mean, there were points in the game where I would avoid enemies rather than just going out of my way to kill them. Especially early on when you only have a melee weapon, but for the later points in the game, I would kill them kind of when they were in the way, and which was almost all the time, so I felt like I had to a lot of the time still. But there were some where it just felt like, if it felt like I was kind of doing something that I didn't need to do, where it's just like, I could kill this enemy, but it's not directly attacking me, maybe I should just leave it alone. You know, situations like that might possibly have an effect on the ending. I don't know for sure. Wonder how far we can go without hurting any enemy. There's definitely some that you're forced to fight, and obviously bosses. With Pyramid Head, you can just wait out the timer, at least the first time you fight him. I don't know about the double Pyramid Head fight. I'm not sure if you can just, if there's a timer to wait out or not. But with the first one, it's like a roughly 3-minute or so timer if you just don't fight him and you just want to save your ammo instead. But it works exactly like I expected, because the first time I did, or when I did that fight, I thought it maybe works like, not 30 minutes, just 3 minutes, thankfully. But I thought it worked like Super Tyrant from Resident Evil 2 Remake, and it seems that's correct. And the way that works is that with both bosses, there's a hidden timer that you can either just wait out, or you can make the timer go faster by doing damage to the boss. So in Pyramid Head's case, in this game, if you decide to do damage to him, the timer will go faster. And so instead of it being 3 minutes, it'll be like 1.5 or 2 maybe. Or you can just run around the room for 3 minutes and just try to evade, and then eventually the fight will end. I think in the original, there was no, like, there was a hidden timer, but there was no way to speed it up, I think, so you pretty much always would just want to evade instead of fighting him. Because I think the original also had a timed fight. Does the type of damage matter? I don't think so. I think it just depends on how much damage you do, and all you really have at that point in the game is the melee weapon, or the nail board and the pistol, so I think you know, they probably do different amounts of damage, like the melee maybe does more, I'm not sure, to certain things, possibly. Because the gun, obviously, like, the pistol probably does more damage to enemies, like when you can make headshots, and when you're just doing body shots, they probably mostly do similar amounts of damage, or maybe slightly more with one or the other, but they may do more or less damage to different types of enemies in different situations. It's hard to say. So we're going to watch a 1-hour video about the game explaining it to me. Yeah, it's probably a good call. I'll probably end up looking at doing some deep dives on everything in the game at some point as well. But yeah, so I'm glad that I got a good ending, because I was worried that I was going to get kind of a shitty one because of how aggressive I was being with enemies early on. But it seems like there's so many factors that the enemies themselves maybe aren't even specifically a factor, aside from maybe if you're just really being crazy about, like, just how much overkilling you're doing, like just stomping the crap out of enemies for no good reason. And I certainly did plenty of that, but I don't know. and I also played for a really long time. That, by the way, probably does affect the ending too. If you speed run the game, I think you're more likely maybe to get like the leave ending. Because I think there's definitely something, I remember seeing something about the original where James having a sort of seemingly singular focus about getting through to Mary as quickly as possible would potentially give you a higher chance of getting one ending, which was probably the leave one, I think. But I got leave, so I guess not. Never mind. I thought making peace was the name of the ending. Never mind about what I just said then. But I don't know. There was definitely one, but that was for the original, mind you, not this one. There was definitely one ending that was more, you were more likely to get, I think, if you didn't really do a bunch of side shit. But yeah, I took my time with this. I really wanted to explore everything. I still missed a bunch of shit just because of all the little cutoffs that I didn't know to expect, where I'd, interact with a key item or open a door or whatever, and then suddenly there'd be a cutscene, and then suddenly I couldn't go back. Or a random thing collapsing behind me after going through an area, just all that kind of shit. Number of times checked the map, 656. Look, I get lost, okay? I'm actually really good at navigating, but this game also shifts around so much you kind of have to check the map a lot. Also, there were times when I just would accidentally hit the up button thinking, because in most shooters or survival horror games even, I'll usually put my pistol on, if the D-pad is like a quick select for weapons, I'll usually put pistol on the up button. So there were times when I would hit up trying to equip my pistol, and then I would accidentally open the map, which really sucked to do in the middle of combat, but it definitely happened a few times. We have 58 notes picked up. There's probably at least like 60 something, 70 something, maybe even 80 or so in the game if I had to guess. What do you think of the remake as someone who, well, so I didn't play the original. I know a fair bit of things about the original, but I didn't actually play it. I played the demo for RE4. I played a little bit of Jesus. I get Silent Hill and Resident Evil mixed up. I played the demo for Silent Hill 4. I played a little bit of Silent Hill 1. I never played 2 or 3, and then the only ones I've ever actually played the whole way through were Homecoming and Downpour, which is not great considering those are not considered great Silent Hill games by most of the fan community of Silent Hill. I think 2 is probably by many people considered the best one. So I was definitely interested to play the remake once I heard that it was being pretty well received, because I was concerned that it was going to be crappy, but it seems like Bloober Team did a really good job with it. So kudos to them for that. Also, yeah, I did do the puzzles on hard. What difficulty did you choose for stuff, by the way, again? Did you do standard across the board? I think a lot of people probably do standard. I was gonna do standard everything for my first playthrough, but I was like, fuck it, I'll do hard puzzles, because I want a challenge with the puzzles. I really like it in these sorts of games when the puzzles make me kind of, scratch my brain a little bit to come up with a solution. But honestly, I feel like aside from 1 or 2, the puzzles really weren't hard. And even then, the ones that were quote unquote difficult were mostly just because they were so vague, and not because you had to really think about it. It was more just that it was kind of an arbitrary thing. And thankfully there weren't too many puzzles like that. But yeah. Standard across the board because I got overwhelmed by all the options. That's very fair. Thought that anything default is just going to be fine for me. Yeah, very fair. I left everything else standard. I just went with hard puzzles. It's interesting that it doesn't say times healed, because I thought it would have said that. What is the tab here? Total enemies 426. Enemies killed by shooting. Enemies killed by fighting. I killed a lot of enemies with melee, I guess is what they mean by fighting. Total damage you received 3,278. It's probably a fair bit. Favorite weapon, steel pipe. I mean, I use it a lot. 897 shots fired. Number of windows destroyed 244. I be breaking shit. There it is. Healing items used 99. I wonder if 100 was a threshold for something. And I didn't die at all. There's that too. How many times I opened the map? It was on the previous screen. It's 656. Again, some of those were accidental openings because I would press the up button accidentally. Or rather, I was pressing the up button thinking it was going to equip the pistol, forgetting that it was left and not up. But probably not too many times. But I definitely checked the map a lot. Just to make sure I was exploring everything. Sometimes the layout of things shift as you go out through the game, so you just kind of need to check it a lot of the time. At least for your first playthrough, I think. If you're like very familiar with the game, you probably won't need to, but number of dodges performed 1077. I wonder if that's like successful dodges or just any time you press the dodge button. But yeah, not too bad, I would say. But I definitely really like the remake. Again, I didn't play the original. I've watched people play the original. I'm familiar with a number of things. I couldn't remember who the final boss actually was. I suppose I should have known that it was Maria, but for whatever reason, that part of the game I was kind of hazy on. Because I kind of knew what to expect for some of the fights and stuff, but I've only really ever paid so much attention to the game. So this was still pretty much like a mostly blind playthrough for me as far as how the story was exactly going to go. Oh yeah, I was saying as far as the puzzles, like the coin puzzle definitely felt like one that would be obvious that would affect the ending based on your choice at the end of which coin to put in the top. The other one that was obvious was the hangman puzzle. Do you remember which one you chose for that, Gin? Because you're supposed to choose the one that's quote unquote innocent, or not innocent, but justified in their crime. So I chose the one, and I don't know, because they might have had different wordings for you. So if you were on standard, because I've watched a little bit of standard gameplay, and the puzzles do get changed pretty considerably in their wordings and stuff between standard and hard. But the one that I chose was about a man going to quote unquote kidnap a child, and accidentally the kid got killed, but the reason that they went to go quote unquote kidnap them was because they were trying to rescue them from their abusive mother. Well, supposedly abusive. That's how it reads anyway. There was only like one other one that seemed like potentially justified, but it sounded like it could be argued that it wouldn't be, because it would maybe not be necessary to do. All the other ones were either just kind of like something bad happening to someone or doing something just downright evil for no reason, so they seemed a little easier. But honestly, there was no way to know for sure, and I think no matter which one you choose, it probably just moves on. If I had to guess, it just probably affects the ending. Maybe not, I don't know. Either way, I just know that the one that I chose, like it still progressed immediately after I did it, so I don't know if there's a way to answer that incorrectly or if it's just an effect on the ending. All right, let's press continue since we've seen this now. New Game Plus, where you can play with access to additional items, graphics modes, and endings. Does this go into New Game Plus if we press continue, or do I need to load my previous game, or should I have just hit New Game and then there's a New Game Plus option, maybe? Okay. Oh yeah, there it is, New Game Plus. I want to just start New Game Plus just to see what there is, and we'll put everything on hard. Oh, there's a bunch of new graphics modes. Because originally there's just normal and 90s, but pixelated, black and white versus red. Oh, just so that like the save thingies or any other like red filtered bits will still show up, I guess. VHS mode, old CRT, outline posterize, green LUT, red dithering. Wow, the red one would be kind of crazy to play with, I think. The only thing is I kind of wish there was like costumes. I know that in the DL, like if you buy the deluxe edition, you get like hats, which I definitely didn't want to pay $10 extra for, because it's like you get your own pyramid head, but it's made out of pizza boxes. And then there was like a Shiba Inu like dog mascot head thing that you could put on, and then I feel like there's a third one, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, we'll start New Game Plus for a minute here at least. Can play for like a little bit. I'll probably just do like a shorter stream today. But I don't know if I'll stream my whole New Game Plus playthrough or if I'll just, because I might just play this off stream for the hell of it and just try to do all the collectibles. How would he find his wife without the outfit? Fair. Yeah, you really need the where's my wife fit for it to work, or else you're definitely not finding your wife. Same, I'll just do it off stream. Yeah, because I really would like to maybe platinum it since I have it on PS5 and just get all the achievements. Now that probably means getting every ending though, so I don't know if I'll do that, but I'd at least like to get all the collectibles on a playthrough. So I'm gonna probably just do it off stream. That way I can just easily like look stuff up if I need to see like where certain Polaroids or whatever would be that are easy to miss. Because I suspect I didn't necessarily miss that many of them, but probably at least a few. So I tried to be very thorough, but especially early in the game where there's like a few that you have to like break window glass to even find. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn this down, sorry. I guess the other question is, in New Game Plus, do I have all of my equipment already?
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday.
Yeah,
But
overall,
you never did.
just especially for a first playthrough, I feel like this
Well,
remake was
I'm
really
alone
great.
there now,
My only criticisms
special
really have
place.
been
waiting for you.
mostly just the point of no return cutoff thing, you know, where you just don't know that you're about to walk into a point of no return and then suddenly you can't fully explore shit that you were going to explore because you had no way of knowing, which is not a problem for repeated playthroughs. I think it's only going to be an issue like on your first time, I think, unless you're following a guide, in which case it won't even be a problem at all. And that's not even really a huge design flaw. It would have been nice if maybe they made it a little more obvious, like this is going to progress you to something if you interact with this, but sometimes just walking down a particular hallway causes a cutscene to trigger. So
then why am I looking for our special place?
So really a very minor criticism overall.
This whole town was our special place.
I think the only other thing is that the melee combat is,
really be here?
I think, fine overall, but there's moments where James gets like weird static swings when he should be lunging,
For me.
and it's mostly like when you're trying to do melee combat like near a corner or a door, he'll sometimes just kind of get stuck, and when you're trying to like lunge at something to interrupt it, to hit it, you're just like, oh wait, no, I'm just gonna swing from over here instead and not lunge forward. So yeah, I don't have any equipment, but maybe we'll get it quickly. Normally, New Game Plus would insinuate that you'll get stuff like real from the start, pretty much. Trying to make sure that there weren't even Polaroids as early as this that I might have missed. Oops. I know I got an achievement for running down that road, trying to see how far it would let me go. just like no turning back now or something like that. I forget the name of the achievement, but something to that notion. If I somehow screw it up on New Game Plus, I will just either reload and do it again or just start a new playthrough and then try to track down all the collectibles. Because I imagine by now, even though the game hasn't been out that long, but by now there's probably some online guides for where to find all the notes and Polaroids at least. I don't know if there's like any other secrets or Easter eggs or whatever, then those might not necessarily be all figured out yet, but grave truths lost to the mind shall flow white into a void chalice, so the rite of red shall commence. I don't remember finding that either in the first time I came through, unless it just wasn't there. I just walked past it. You gotta get kind of close to see the prompts sometimes, so sometimes they can be kind of easy to miss. Plus, at this point in the game, I was very distracted by the whole, like, this not running well on PC and then having to buy it again on PS5 and then install it or download it and then also install it. In that time, I definitely should have looked around a little bit more thoroughly since we were forced to wait here for a little bit, but I still feel like I missed that note. Again, either that or it just wasn't there in normal New Game. I don't know if New Game Plus potentially has like new documents to find, because that is a possibility.
It's like someone's groping around my skull.
It's my skill, man. I'll go ahead and let this play. I know we've seen it before, but
Excuse me.
it's for anyone who maybe hasn't.
I was just.
Hey, it's
Just
okay.
wants to
I
see it
didn't mean
again.
to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
The dialogue in some of these
Yeah.
cutscenes seems so quiet, though.
It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog either.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. It's kind of hard to explain, but
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone. Someone very important to me.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean, my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry, it's not your problem.
No, I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Click around at all the gravestones here, make sure there's no Polaroids. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Just imagine you're just paying your respects in the cemetery, and then there's just some guy going like, you know, through all the gravestones, like, meow, meow. I think we can talk to her some more too.
Did you,
We did do that originally, but I'll do it again anyway.
did you want anything else?
No, it's just this fog.
Like, I should probably try to go, if I go all the way through, I should probably try to go for another ending
Yes.
and not try to do all the same shit the same way.
It's just through the gate and down the path. You'll get there in no time.
But also, considering there's like 8
Good
endings
luck
now, it makes me
finding
wonder what they added.
The one you're looking for.
Yeah, I should probably get going.
Yeah, I think in the original there were, aside from the goofy endings, there's like 4 endings. And I don't remember what they all are. Ceremony. Proud fragrance of life which flies towards the heart, O cup which brims with the whitest of wine. It is in thee that all begins. That's another thing I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up, but then again, I don't think that was there, or maybe I did, I don't know. I don't remember anymore. I just don't remember getting that before, and I definitely checked that gravestone, and or I checked that area at least. I remember like being fairly thorough in the cemetery when I first got here. Alright, let's just see what the town has to offer really quick. Let's just see. A little Children of the Corn action over here. I definitely don't have any equipment yet still. Can't be busting any windows. Yeah, see, this definitely is new. Oh, that's right. I guess the chainsaw is just a New Game Plus thing. So is that just a weapon we have? No, fucking sick. Chainsaw. Fuck your windows. I was kind of hoping we could, like, hold the button. I guess we'll see what happens when we actually get into a fight with something, if it lets you kind of combo it all. It's not very silent in this hill right now. A little bit more Texas Chainsaw Massacre-y at the moment. Like James versus the Evil Dead, maybe. When I Fallout 76 characters has a flaming chainsaw, it's equally loud. Is that actually like particularly loud for y'all? Because it doesn't sound that loud to me. But if it is, I will try to turn the sound effects down. For more Resident Evil. Yeah, fair. Very fair. I just wonder like what is new because it's New Game Plus. I don't remember that book being there, but I could just be forgetting that it was there or something. I'm quite certain I checked that spot when I first started. Honestly, man, just like, just fucking saw your way through. You don't need keys. go over here.
Hello? Anyone in here?
Hide your kids, hide your wife. James Sunderland has come down Silent Hill with a chainsaw. Sorry, James Summertime Kennedy, that is. I mean, there's just the chainsaw noise that goes on all the time when it's out. I got you. I also have an auto X on the character, which is a bit quieter. Electric. Yeah. This reminds me of the chainsaws in in Dead Rising, where they only mostly make noise when you actually saw them into things, but they do make like a little bit of passive noise. I feel like you don't start seeing Polaroids until you get actually into town. At least I hope that's the case, and I'm not missing anything already. So weird breaking glass with a chainsaw. Now I feel like I actually need like a Resident Evil 4 Dr. Salvador costume for James. Just have like the little suspenders and the little cloth bag over our head with the eye holes poked out. The chainsaw is actually kind of the right color for it too. I am very curious to see what speedruns are like for this game. I could see myself potentially speedrunning it if it's not super crazy long. I'm sure it's not going to be short though, so we'll see. I'm still very on the fence about whether or not I want to go back to trying to learn the speedrun for Control, because there's definitely a few kind of tech-heavy things for that one, but it does kind of look like a fun speedrun though. At some point I want to get back into speedrunning. Go checking the map a whole bunch again already. So there's the flower shop that we can immediately go into. I think I did check this end when I first got here. Get a little closer to the windows. Probably not going to be any items in these cars right now anyway, because we wouldn't normally have a melee weapon yet. There's a new thing. That seems to be the same. I was talking about the weird guy who wanted a bouquet of half red and half white roses. Cisco is snoring next to me again.
What is this?
He's adding his own little ambience to Silent Hill. He still struggles to break these windows for some reason. Yep. It's something they should probably fix if they ever patch anything about the game. Old man Bunny was snoring a bit earlier. Nice. Yeah, they do be kind of cute about it. Nothing there. Nope. Eventually we're going to run into the lying figure that's supposed to kind of lead us in a direction with all the goop here.
More of that.
I think if we maybe go not that way to start, though. Let's see what's down here. I might have gone this way originally anyway. Just trying to make sure that now that I have at least like a vague idea of what makes the game progress, and therefore the stuff that would kind of prevent you from fully exploring, I'm gonna like try to avoid doing certain things until I've like kind of looked at all the various little dead ends and everything. That is unbreakable glass. In there. I think when we get near to this lying figure, there's like just a body in the road that I did find, but I didn't find him until after. Like I just kind of, because I kept doing this where I'd be like running from side to side, and then I think I just sort of ran past him without noticing and was really focused on like the sides of the street and the houses and shit, and not what was in the middle of the road. Just looking for anything really. I like that James can pretty much just run indefinitely, but he does eventually start getting like winded. So you'll hear him start like really, you know, having to kind of catch his breath a bit more, running out of breath. Knowing this is from Bloober Team 2, I'm actually a little surprised they didn't, for all those like various little holes that you can look through to look at like another room, I'm surprised they didn't have a jump scare on one of those. Because they made the medium and they did exactly that in that game at one point. Maybe they assumed people would see that coming, so they just didn't do it, but... I wonder if I have to like equip the chainsaw, because it's probably going to try to give us the...
Hey, wait.
The nail board. Once we get to the confrontation up ahead. So I'm wondering if at that point we have to like go into the inventory to like equip, because in the rest of the game you only ever have one melee weapon at a time, so you never have to bother with like equipping it. Wondering how that's supposed to work. Either that or you just have the chainsaw forever and it just automatically always uses it if you pick it up. Nope. Keep on running, James. You're doing good, buddy. Got a lot of ground to check. There's probably like not much of anything here, but I just want to be thorough. To be sure. Let's see. That goes that way, obviously. Interesting at this dead end here. don't know if I interacted with this one before or not. I feel like I did, though. Is that dude's body? Maybe it's after when you go into the... I think it's after the house, maybe not before the house. Or rather, you might be able to see it before, but not from this street.
What happened to this town?
See, like that? What happened to this town was, like, so quiet. And I think, I don't know if it's because, like, he was supposed to be reacting to the big hole in the street and we just weren't close to the hole, but, like, for whatever the reason, the voice line was, like, just super quiet. Maybe, you know, it just didn't treat James as the center of the origin point for that voice line or something. And there. Anybody got any cool shit in the backyard? Polaroids, some notes. Easter eggs.
Hello?
I think if you saw something like that, most people would just kind of be like, well, it was weird before, but now it's definitely messed up, so I'm getting the hell out of here. Goodbye. 'Cause that definitely was not just a normal person thing. That was a weird creature, you know, scuttling along the ground like at lightning speed. Definitely not just a person. Alright, don't go in the garage just yet, because it closes behind you. See anything else though, so in we go. You want to see what the chainsaw is like on this enemy? If it lets me use it, it may force me to use the nail board for this fight. Let's see. A little bit of health drink. A bit of nothing. Done. It's cool that you can also just see the nail board there too. They definitely like made sure to keep the detail there and stuff instead of just having it like just in the cutscene. Looks so much less scary with the chainsaw, yeah.
Stay back.
Hold up. Get sliced. Just like, time out, let me eat all my wheels of cheese, Skyrim style, and then equip this chainsaw. Alright, let's see, you can probably put that away now. And James has like the coolest quick start chainsaw motor ever. It also fits into his, weird jacket with a pocket dimension, but see, he just pulls it out and he instantly fucking starts it up in the same moment that he's swinging it. That takes real skill. Magic, yeah. What's magic is the amount of infinite fuel that it probably has, since I could presumably use it for the whole game. I'm curious what sort of damage it does. It's obviously good. I'm just wondering if it's like better than all of the guns. Probably maybe not like the rifle's damage, but it might be like comparable to the shotgun.
Where are you, Mary?
But I don't know, it might not do even shotgun damage, because it did take me like a couple of hits for that guy. I feel like a shotgun point blank would have probably just killed him in one go. So yeah, definitely still don't have a gun, so I guess New Game Plus is more about giving you stuff like the chainsaw. I wonder if there's any like a new gun to find potentially too. That'd be cool, but I'm guessing probably not.
Is that?
Yeah, gooped. Alright. Sorry, excuse me. Need to step on your dead body. Come back here, you little skittery bitch. Need to eat something to do my hair, but I'm sleepy. Yeah. I'm trying to get back to regular workouts in the morning, just because it's kind of the best time to do it. And I've been slacking a little bit, so I've set up a new daily alarm. And now I'm just gonna like try to get up a little extra early, but it's gonna be a little rough because it's hard for me to like get to sleep at like a super reasonable time to get up extra early, so this morning was definitely a little bit of a struggle, like to get said workout in. My mornings are always a little bit hectic because if someone is streaming for a stream that I like to watch, like if it's Charlie, then I'll usually try to tune in and hang out. But I also often usually have a bunch of other shit I got to do at the same time. Beyond just like making coffee and food or whatever for myself, I've got to get the puppy dog fed and walked and everything. Sometimes take care of a handful of other like minor tasks in the morning. This is the bar, but we should be okay to pick up the coin. At least that shouldn't cause anything to like automatically progress outside of where we need it to be. Meow. I am the real monster. Y'all don't want none of this, let me just tell you. James Summertime Kennedy done had enough. of your shit, Silent Hill. Like this barbershop, I don't think I went into because I didn't realize that it was like a breakable window. I could just go in. But I did see someone else do it, and then I was just like, ah, man. I saw him again, or at least I think so. He says he didn't, but I don't know anymore. I'm tired, can't find it, doesn't matter. That scraping noise again. Guess that's all that's in here anyway, is a note, but there's a few locations like that. Just make sure there's nothing over here. Yeah, okay. Sounds busy. It's not the worst, but definitely my mornings usually always have like a handful of things going on. So it's difficult to like make time for things unless I just get up even earlier, and I already get up early. We've read that before, but is this new? I don't know if I remember that being there. Searching for another conclusion, volume 2, getting the girl. Do you love her? Do you really love her? The sickness and in health, or in sickness and in health. Words are simple enough, but actions speak the loudest. Would you protect her, fight for her, put her above any other? Remember now she is the one. Leave the past behind and forget about old relationships that ended in tears. Be true to your heart, and with luck, things will work out in the end. I'm just wondering, because I'm fairly certain I checked this corner, unless I just walked past this, if, like, certain things might be new. I don't remember either of these books. Volume 3, Choosing Death. When life is filled with nothing but despair, some people choose to end it all. I once chose that path for myself as well. I embraced it. It felt right, like the only choice I could possibly make. After I made my decision, it became the only thing binding me to this world. I became reckless. I did stupid, dangerous things. I pushed away even those who cared about me. After all, why would it matter anymore? I feel like these books weren't here. Regular new game. Volume 1. The road to tomorrow. It's better to prevent than to cure, as the old maxim tells us. Taking care of yourself and maintaining a healthy outlook can be a challenge in these fast modern times. The key is not to beat yourself up over past mistakes and avoid those who would do you harm. Sometimes it is better to avoid confrontation instead of engaging in pointless conflict. Try to stay clear of toxic relationships and focus instead on your friends and loved ones. Keep your eyes on the prize and focus on what really matters. Can it be that simple? Yes. Look to the future. It might be brighter than you think. It's just got like progressively darker. First one's not bad, but yeah, I'm fairly certain those books were not there in New Game. Get sliced, you bug. Not sure what that's supposed to be. It's like just bloody clothes or something. I wonder if you can climb in up there. I don't think so, because I don't feel like you can get behind all that, but I remember walking in here before and not really finding anything. I just wonder if I missed something originally. But I'd have to get somehow back there, which I don't think we can do. You hit the only thing that wasn't glass. It would make sense if these are new. They do hint strongly at the story. Yeah. I guess it is basically a one-shot. That one where I had to, or I thought I had to swing twice, but I guess I didn't. He was probably just doing his death animation. One of these had a Polaroid in it originally. I wonder... Yeah, it doesn't show us as having any Polaroids already. I was wondering if they'd, like, carry over from playthrough to playthrough. New best friend, hey. In the end, only a four-legged friend can truly help you make sense of things. Review the best scores for doggy accessories. Find perfect dog for your furry, perfect dog house for your furry friend. The cutest, cuddliest boys around. I was thinking that was new, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that was in normal new game. I'm curious how you get the dog ending in New Game Plus, actually. There's also the UFO ending, but I have no idea how you actually get the goofy special endings. Okay, so that's not new. Let's not go that way just yet. James is one checkered shirt away from being a woodworker. He's definitely doing them lumberjack vibes now. I think that was actually the name of the achievement, wasn't it? Just lumberjack. I'm going backwards, aren't I? Okay. I would skip hair stuff and take a nap normally, but I have an appointment on Friday and I want to be done double dyeing my hair before that. Yeah. I get that way with shaving my head sometimes where I'm just like, yeah, I just really don't want to do it today. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, but I should probably just get it done and get it out of the way. Polaroids. I'm pretty sure one of these windows is going to have a Polaroid in it. I know I found one in a window the first time I played. I just don't know if there's more window ones. Like if I missed one or two or something. There's some documents in Windows too, I think, early on. So as much as I like breaking glass, I'm not just breaking glass because I enjoy it. There's the keypad. I had to remember we are on hard puzzles, so that's so we can get into the supermarket, which just has some goodies in it, but maybe some notes too. Let's see. Continue this way for the moment. Sometimes he just kind of misses, though, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why he's just not that one at all. see anything in there anyway. It's just weird that he's not. I wonder if breaking windows would affect the ending. That would be kind of funny. You broke way too many windows. All you care about is carnage. You're getting an evil ending. Let's not do Neely's bar yet. Sorry, is it? It's Neely's. Silent Hill Tavern. Nothing to loot in there. Oh. Okay, James kind of got stuck for a second there. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I have had this one before. It's number 6. So yeah, this whole section down here, like I think I missed around Saul Street. Because I did Neely's bar, the stuff for Neely's bar too quickly, and then went to the apartments too fast and stuff, and just missed out on some shit early on. Which meant that I also couldn't do the keypad because I never found the combination for it. For the supermarket. I'm pretty sure I saw someone pick up a Polaroid like on a corner somewhere too when I was watching someone else play. So I gotta like look at the ground here in some spots too. Just where we see like some clutters of stuff around. And James really loves fucking chainsawing the bugs. Just really lets them have it. But I could just like feel the impact. So this here, I missed this tractor trailer in my first playthrough. You're not getting away from the James monster. Alright, checked from 0 to 4013, took almost 2 hours, had to run. Checked from 4014 to 4439, had to run again. I feel like I'm so close, I just know it. So I think the solution to the keypad is we just keep going from there up the Jamester. You will see sooner or later, you will see. I think that's supposed to be like a fingerprint drawing of Pyramid Head. Blood, obviously. So from 4439, I think we can just keep going up until we get the combination. I think you're, again, it's a quote-unquote puzzle you're meant to just brute force, but they give you a close number, and then you're just supposed to go up from there, or a close number. Unless I find another document around here that says otherwise. Happy Burger. Okay, we can definitely go inside here. I think I did go inside there originally. Because this is where we... You know, I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, we definitely did go in here the first time. least I think. Yeah, because I remember being like, oh, if only we had a gun, because an enemy showed up over here, and it would have been cool to be able to shoot him from over the bar instead. I'm basically Dr. Salvador or Leatherface or some chainsaw wielding maniac. Like, these enemies don't stand a chance. Seems to be everything that was in here. Let me just check the booths really quick to make sure there wasn't like a Polaroid or something. Oh, there's that. Take that. Saw that already. I think we're good. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, we didn't go down Saul Street yet, did we? Maybe we did. We can just go in there. Anything? Any Polaroids? No, no. Don't drag your heels, hit the dance floor. No partner, no problem. Singles will pair you up. Right. I just know there's at least one more Polaroid just kind of on the ground here somewhere. I just don't know which part of town it's in. This is Saul Street Apartments. We actually kind of, well, I guess we could do this. I don't think... I think if there's like a reason why we shouldn't, but I sort of want to hold off for a minute though, because this is for like key item stuff. I want to kind of just look around still. Yeah, so this camper was another thing that I missed. I just didn't come down here. So write down what I've learned so far. Maybe it'll help you somehow. If you're reading this, I'm probably dead. See, I'm pretty sure I did not fuck around with this little RV camper thing. In my first playthrough. So I think I went like as far down as the Saul Street Apartments because you have to for the key item, but I just didn't continue going. For whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of like where you exit or what, but This place, all it's ever brought me is pain and misery. They can be killed, just make sure they stay down. Anything else on the ground here? Alright. Oh wait, no, there is one. Dismiss that. Seems like they're attracted to light. Louder sounds as well. If you want to survive, stay in the dark, stay quiet. Probably won't save you anyway. Okay, now is that everything? I think so. Alright, so... yeah, interesting. They tell you to go through Woodside through all that to progress. It didn't mark the question mark for the other thing, though, which is weird. Unless... maybe it did for the grand market, I'm not sure. But I think that's just for the keypad code, which I think would have already been marked. Alright. We'll have to come back to Salt Street Apartments anyway, so... which I don't know if we'll do before I finish, so... I'm just gonna focus on getting to the thing that we haven't done before on stream. Into the end of Sanders. Just trying to remember, or not remember, but figure out where that one Polaroid that you can just pick up off the ground would be. Might be in this section, might not be. I'll probably have to just search for it off stream. I know there is one that you can just pick up off the ground somewhere. And I don't remember if it was one that I picked up in my first playthrough or not. I remember finding the one Polaroid in the window, but I had thought that was one that I missed, based on its location, but apparently not. Alright, let's do this. There we go. So, and I don't know if that changes if you're on standard, but on hard it's apparently 4446. So what all kind of goodies are in here then? Pistol ammo, like way before you even get the pistol, unless there's suddenly one in here now. Kind of doubt it though. I'm actually sort of surprised they didn't do the "it's just bread" thing in here for the Easter egg. Because I did find the "it's just bread" Easter egg, but it was in the hotel kitchen. I'm not sure if that's where it normally is. The Lakeside Hotel. A lot of pistol ammo, actually. I'm not sure if that's where it normally is in the original or something. I just remember, I don't even know where that is in the game, like what it takes. I'm not even sure if it's from Silent Hill 2 normally, if it's from a different Silent Hill, but I've seen it online, like people reference it from time to time, so I was like familiar with it. So as soon as I just randomly interacted with a shelf cart with a bunch of bread, and he was just like, "It's just bread." But I was kind of like on the run at the same time, so there wasn't a lot I could do with it to really appreciate the moment. Okay, so that was the supermarket, so I'm glad that we managed to do that this time. I think that was the majority of what I missed in my first playthrough. Aside from maybe a Polaroid over here, wherever it might be. Bugs somewhere. Hidden amongst the foliage. Finally grab some food. Doesn't help with my sleepiness. There's going to be a nap sooner or later. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go much longer, so you'll have an excuse to get a nap in. Come hither. Ground pull. My EB. I feel like it's just like on a random corner somewhere. But I remember the only reason I even know about it is because I saw someone pick one up off the ground when I was watching them play, but I'm pretty sure it was in the first part of town. It's just like on the street next to a bunch of, you know, just random clutter shit, kind of like this almost, but not that. What are they? I shouldn't go through. I don't know why I won't. They don't stink, but it feels like they do. Don't smell at all. Interesting. I sort of assumed that they would be stinky, but I guess so did whoever wrote that note. Or at least they'd have some sort of smell to them. Oh, here it is. Okay. So many people here. This one I feel like I didn't get. That's number 1, apparently. We have number 1 and number 6, which makes me a little concerned that there's 4 others to find. Just in the first part, but they don't seem to be in sequential order, so that may be the only ones you can even get at this point before you move on through certain stuff. Toluca Lake, Lakeside Amusement Park, Lighthouse. Definitely didn't do anything with the lighthouse, I don't think. I'm not too sure that I interacted with that one originally. Nope, that's the wrong guy. Oh. I'm gonna get you. Just wait. Okay, one of these days that's gonna connect. Go. Pistol ammo. Alright, where are we? Big J's. Cool. I tell you what, I think, we've gone for at least 3 hours. I did say it would probably just be a short one if we finished, so I think I'm gonna run over... Actually, I'm not even gonna bother saving it. I'm just gonna leave it in suspended mode, I think, because I might just come back to it later, but I do have some stuff I gotta do anyway, so I will just leave the PS5 suspended for now. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call it a stream there. I know it's been kind of a short one, but like I said, I figured that would probably just be the case if we finished the game early today, that we would just do a bit of a shorter stream. But yeah, that'll be it for today, I think. I'm not sure yet what's going on tomorrow or Friday. I think one of the days, probably Friday, I won't stream, but I'm not sure yet which it'll be. But yeah, at least one, if not both. But hopefully I can get in another stream. And I'm not sure what we'll be streaming just yet, but I will figure something out. Because there's some other potentially spooky stuff we could do, but a lot of the games that I'm looking forward to playing are not out yet. Like there's the Alan Wake 2 DLC coming out sometime this month. Hasn't dropped yet. They'll probably drop it very suddenly. So as soon as that drops, I'll likely try to play it. Blasphemous 2 is getting a DLC at the end of the month. I think Tormented Souls 2 might also be coming out this month. I forget. There was a third thing, I just don't remember what it was, and it might be Tormented Souls 2, but I don't remember if that's what it was. But yeah, so there's a handful of things, but they're all like at the end of the month, or at least potentially at the end of the month. And yeah, maybe there was something else too. I forget, but either way, we definitely will do some more spooky content. I might do something else in between or, you know, we'll play a different spooky game. I do have Amnesia the Bunker installed. I just haven't quite felt like jumping into that. Next week we might be able to do the full group Outlast Trials thing with Moisty and Jules. We haven't quite settled on a day yet, so we'll see if they're able to get back to us about it. But even if we can't, you know, Dodo and I can also, of course, still do some, because that's always fun. But and then on the 30th, so that's in a couple weeks, but just something to mention because I put it on my calendar. Sammy, who we frequently raid and frequently raids us, Sammy Train TV, you should all be familiar, I assume, unless you're just, you know, kind of new and hanging out. She's doing a Lethal Company stream for the end of October, that's involving some sort of bingo as well. So I think she's gonna play it modded to open it up to more people, but she invited me, I think, and Charlie. So I may try to do that on the 30th, but I don't know for sure if I'll stream my perspective or not, but I might. So I'm just giving you all a heads up now, because if I do, I'll probably be starting like at least an hour or so earlier than usual that day. Otherwise, I might not stream, but you can probably, you know, tune into her stream if you want to see whatever shenanigans we are able to get up to. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it there, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it very much, as always. I hope that you enjoyed the playthrough of Silent Hill 2. I will let you know if I run into anything interesting off stream. But like I said, I'm probably just going to like do like a little bit of a super nerd collectibles scavenger hunt type shit. But yeah, we might revisit this in the future for, you know, like a speed run or a challenge run or something, because it's been a really fun game and I really like it. So we'll just see how it goes. But yeah. Anyways, in the meantime, y'all have a great rest of your day / night. Again, I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or Friday, or possibly not until the weekend. And also, we might do more Baldur's Gate 3 on Saturday. I'm not sure yet, but that's still a possibility. But yeah, just keep an eye out if you're interested. But yeah, take good care of yourselves. And either way, I will see you on the next one. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye bye.